So, you're ready to go on a date, but you're not quite sure what to do and what is a good first date. In this video, I will be covering great first dates, great follow-up dates, so dates that you can do with your girlfriend or a second or third date. And lastly, I'll give you a secret if you actually want to invite a girl or a guy over to your home. My name is Koen from Ovalo. We do dating outsourcing for busy professionals, executives and entrepreneurs. And let's get into the video. So first up, let's talk about what is important when you go on a first date, because they're a little bit different. So the goal of a first date should be first to get to know her. The number 2 point that is very important is that you become comfortable with each other. The number 3 thing that is very important is that you're able to screen the person out. The 4th important thing about going on a first date is that you have the ability to take it a step further, right? You don't want to end up in a situation where the date could have just as well be between friends. Number 5 is the ability to have a standard date routine. So one way to do that is have a very similar date for all the first dates that you run. Now, let's talk about some great first date options. So one of the things that you can do is, for example, go for drinks. It often helps with people and first dates when there's a little bit of alcohol involved. It just smooths things out, like the nerves get a little bit less. So that's a great way to deal with your first date anxieties. Option number 2, what you can do is you can go for a quick coffee. If you have it close to your place, the amount of time that you spend on that first date is very minimum. In 15 minutes, you can see like, this is not a person I want to go home with. This is not a person I would want to get into a relationship. I just want to get out. Number 3 option, what you can go for is, for example, go for a picnic. Picnics are ideal, but the only bad part is that it's very reliant on the weather, if it's actually good or not. And you need to actually have a place to go for a picnic. You also need to prepare a little bit if you want to do it properly. So you make sure that you get some food, you get wine, you get a blanket, those kind of things. The number 4 thing that you can do is go for a walk or go feed the dogs in the park, something like that. Of course, again, you need to have a park nearby or a park nearby her place or his place. But if you have that, it's a great way because it's fairly relaxing. You walk, there's no people around you that distract you, all that kind of stuff. What you can potentially do after the walk in the park, you can actually go somewhere else. So you have 2 venues that you actually have the first date in. Now, this is a little bit different from the date styles that you would do when you've already been dating for a while. So the things that you want to do during your follow-up dates, you want to be entertained, attracted to the other person, and you're able to relax, right? So let's talk about some great options that you can do as follow-up dates with your girlfriend or a girl that you've been dating for a while. Now, the first thing that you can do is you can actually go out and do things. So these things would include like sport activities or going for a bike ride. Like I'm Dutch, sorry, we bike a lot. Or going bowling, for example. Another thing that you could do is go for more the entertainment route. So entertainment is something like, for example, movies or dinners, or somebody else is kind of like entertaining you. That's not great first dates, but amazing follow-up dates. Besides that, there's tons of other entertaining dates that you can go on. You can go to concerts, you can go bowling, you can go to sporting events, comedy clubs, outdoors like hiking, bike riding, camping. You can go to a zoo, aquarium, laser tag, shooting range, amusement park, go-karting, or an arcade. I hope you get a decent idea of some date ideas that you can actually implement when you've already been dating the girl. Now let's talk about the bonus date, something that has worked very well for me in the past and also for our clients. If your goal is to close the deal as early as possible, what you can do is have a mini wine tasting at home. When you have a mini wine tasting, you sound a lot more sophisticated and it sounds a lot less cheesy, or you're trying to get the girl drunk and that kind of stuff. I hope you enjoyed these tips around like what are good date ideas to go on for your first date, but also when you've been dating for a while. This was Koen from Ovalo, and see you in the next video.